All right, Shalom. I'd like to start with saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, my elder Herod as well. Salutations to the argument that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Kanak Sa'an, Ban Yasha Allah from the Lions and Yasha Allah Camp. And this is going to be like a testimonial spiritual hydration about pretty much what I'm going through right now. Lord, one of those lessons edifying and uplifting to the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai. All right, so um, so my father, um, who's in the hospital, uh, he's diagnosed with a form of Parkinson's, which makes his muscles weak, and so it makes it harder for him to swallow food. And so he was aspirating in his lungs or whatever, whatnot. So we ended up having to take him to the hospital. And we took him to the hospital like last Wednesday. I think because Tuesday I went to his no, we took him last Thursday because Wednesday I went to his house just to see him, and then the next day because my brother came into town. They was like, hey, my sister came into town. Was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take him to the doctor. Took him to the doctor. The doctor's like, hey, y'all need to go in and admit him into the ER. So take him to the ER and everything. They're running some tests. They kind of say he has pneumonia. I guess that's from the aspiration of his food going down into his lungs instead of going down where it's supposed to go. And so as we were celebrating the Passover Saturday night, slacking, and as we got finished with the ceremony, I go to drive home, and I was like, you know what? I'll go by to see my dad in the morning. I'm tired right now. This was about 1 o'clock Sunday morning. So as I pull up to my house, I go to sit down on the couch. My brother calls me and he's like, "Hey, um, Dad just coded. You need to come up to the hospital." Right. So I'm driving. The hospital probably maybe about 7 minutes from my house. I'm driving there. Um, and apparently, they were doing CPR. Well, my dad, he's a DNR. He's like, if he ever checks out, he does not want to be resuscitated. My brother didn't know that. He ran and grabbed the nurse. The nurse, brought him back. They brought him back. And but when I got there, my brother said, "Hey, they went ahead and called it. I guess because his breathing was still faint, and then they realized that he was a DNR. So if he was to go back into wherever it was, cardiac arrest or whatever happened, they weren't going to resuscitate him again, right?" So when I get there, I finally get up to the room after I found a parking space, and everybody's standing around him, and just looking at him, and he's just laying there just still, and I've been good this whole time, knowing that we're probably coming to this point. But for some reason, I just kind of broke down. I'm like, nah, not today. And my dad has been a Jehovah's Witness his whole life, and that's what I was being taught when I was younger by him. And when I walked over there, everybody was standing around him, and then everybody just left, walked out the room. So it was just me and my father, and there by ourselves. And then the chaplain, which I didn't know was a chaplain at the time, he came in and was like, if there's anything I could do to help, just let me know. Da da da. Just let us know. I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't know. So as I go to kneel down to pray over my father, he comes back in the room like once again, and I was like, well, who are you, bro? He's like, I'm the chaplain, so just let me know if there's anything I can do. I was like, oh yeah, there's something you can do. You can leave, So I'm like, bro, why are you in here? I don't need you in here. Just leave. So finally he left, and as he left, I said, I prayed to Yahweh. I said, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, I'm praying to you right now. If it be according to thy will, the anointing that I received at this Passover, mind you, because I just left the Passover ceremony, can you pass that on to my father? Because I really feel like he needs it right now. And after I said that, I prayed over him, kissed him on the forehead, and his eyes just sprung open. and he went to moving around. And my brother was walking in the room, and like, you know, while that happened, my brother was walking in the room, and he rubbed me on the back, and he saw my dad's eyes were open. He's like, "Yo, his eyes open." And from that moment, so sorry for getting cut off. So he opened his eyes. And my brother saw that his eyes was open, and he's like, "Yo, his eyes is open." And my dad immediately he goes, he's like, "What happened?" I didn't tell him what happened. My brother didn't tell him what happened. We were like, "Hey, you just fell asleep. That's all," because the room was cleared out with just me and my brother in the room. And so it was just crazy how he just jumped up like that after I prayed over him and kissed him on the forehead. And I said, Yahweh Shemi Al Barakathai, his eyes sprung open. And he was vibrant. His heart rate went back to normal. They've been trying to get his heart rate to normal for the past 5 days, 4 or 5 days. Because he no 3 days because it was fluctuating from the 150 to 140 BPM range. And his oxygen levels were down. He was having trouble breathing. But at that moment, when I kissed him on the forehead and prayed on him, his breathing was regulated. His heart rate was normal, and his oxygen level was normal. You know, and we were trying to get that vitals for the past 2 3 days. You know, which just shows the power of Yahweh by Shimei Shai. And me and my brother kind of got into a little discussion about it. Like, because my brother's a Jehovah's Witness also, right? So my brother leaves out the room, and my dad says, "I want to talk." I said, "Well, all right, Dad, talk to me." So he was trying to talk, and then I said, "Well, this is what we need to talk about, Dad." I said, it's time for you to get a true understanding and let Jehovah go because Jehovah ain't doing shit for you right now." It's exactly how I said it. I said, you need to call upon Yahweh, and he said, Yahweh. I said, say it again, Yahweh. He said, Yahweh, and I said, say it one more time, Yahweh. He said it 3 times. You know, he began to call upon the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, which is beautiful, man. All right, which is beautiful. But um, I wish he would have said it before, not wait until he was in that situation to say it. But you know, but it's all about Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai's timing. You know, and just for me to be able to witness that miracle at that time, 'cause like I said, when I got there, they had resuscitated him, but they were like, "Yeah, that's it." Everybody was walking out the room. They were like, "There's nothing else that we could do." Which that ain't even that's a miracle within itself that the prayer that the but the fact that he let Jehovah go and called upon Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai was the main miracle. You know what I'm saying? Out of the whole situation, man. 'Cause matter of fact, let me get scripture real quick. Um, where is it? Slacking. It's Proverbs 18:10. It says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower; the righteous runneth into it and is safe." Right, and at that moment, my father didn't care about no other name. Me and him argue about this name all the time. But at that moment, when reality really hit, and my father realized what he was dealing with, he ain't say nothing. He ain't said nothing about Jehovah since. He called upon Yahweh 3 times. And another funny part about it, when I went, this all happened Sunday morning. When I went to see him yesterday, the first thing he asked me was, "Where your brother's at?" I said, "My brother." I said, "David, right there." "What do you mean? What you say?" He said, "No, where your brother's at?" I said, "Dad, what are you talking about?" He said, "Your spiritual brothers, where are they?" I said, "Well, they at home." He's like, "They okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I said, "You want me to bring them up here?" He's like, "No, I was just asking." He's never asked me about the camp before, ever. And I'm thinking particularly he was talking about my elder, you know, but he's never asked about us, any of my brothers before. So I don't know what he saw during that transitioning stage when he crossed over and they brought him back. But he called upon Yahweh, which is the first time he's ever done that. And and two, he asked about my spiritual brothers, which is the first time he ever done that also. Um, so it's beautiful, man. It's that's the miracle that I saw, that my father being broken, even though the way he was broken down, yeah, but the Most High do what he got to do, you know, to get you to that point where you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no choice but to call upon him, and I'm just glad that I was an influence, you know, to be able to be the one that to 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 help guide him to call upon the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So, and in my opinion, it don't matter what happens after this point, because my brother was like, "Oh, he ain't had nothing to do with you praying over him because he was already resuscitated." Da, da, da. All right, fine, you can have that. You can have that, but he ain't calling on Jehovah. Take that one away. You can't. You can't. The Most High Yahweh by Shem Yahushua has a way of humbling us, man. You know, and at this moment, I know my father respects my path now and has an understanding and respect for what it is that I do in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I've always wanted that. I've always wanted that from my parents. For them to, they don't have to really agree if it's not their lot to agree, but I just wanted them to respect and understand what it is that I do and why I do it. And I just wanted to give a quick testimony on that for everybody that's going through what they're going through with their families being against them. You know, that's cool, because we're gonna be um made manifest of who the sons of God are, the sons of Yahweh by Shem Shai, that are given the testimony of Yahweh Shai, prophesied in the sincerity and truth. There'll become a time where people, even the 2/3, are gonna respect the path that we chose and that was chosen for us to restore the kingdom back unto Israel in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai. So it was a beautiful thing to witness, to hear my father call, and he didn't do it wavering either. He said, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. He could barely talk because the muscles are weak in his throat area, you know. But they were strong enough to call upon Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to give that testimony, you know, because we have a lot of people out there that are going through it with their families, and their families are rising against them because of what we believe in, and you know what I'm saying. But we're staying so stiffly for the name, for these memorable moments like this. I could take this to the grave with me. This is a milestone, monumental moment for me, to hear my dad, which was so against what I was teaching and the name that I was teaching in, that I am teaching in, and what I am teaching, that at that moment he gave all homage and respect to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, because I don't need any respect. I don't care. I don't care about how an individual feels about me. I just care about how people feel about Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. And the fact that my dad humbled himself, because some people that get in that situation, they'll still stay, you know what I'm saying, be prideful and stubborn. But, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua took that stubbornness and pride away from my father and opened his mind up to who he really is. And I'm just thankful for that. And I just hope this testimony is inspiring for anybody that you might not be going through the same thing, but anything similar. We use our experiences and the things that we go through to help others that are walking the same path as we're walking, to help them through it, man. And I pray that his lesson was edifying and comforting and served its purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. With that, I'd like to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem, Harakak Wadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostle, the great millstone, and my elder Herwan as well. Salutations to the argument of pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Shalom.